Hi, Melanie Johnson here, one of the owners of Elite Online Publishing, along with my co-owner, Jen Foster. How you doing, Jen?
Good. How's everyone doing today?
Good. So, you know what? We get questions all the time from authors about how do I write my title or my subtitle? It seems to be one of the most challenging things. And to tell you the truth, there's a lot of secrets that us publishers know that just you regular authors don't know about what you should be doing with your title and subtitle. So we were smart enough to come up with this course called the Book Writing Fast Pass that teaches you everything you need to know to write your book and publish your book. And part of the course is a section on how to create your title and subtitle. So we're going to go over that course today and give you our input along the way. So Jen, you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's get started.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so I will share the screen here.
And if you're interested in the Book Writing Fast Pass, you can find it at bookwritingfastpass.com. And again, like I said, it teaches you everything on how to write your book, get in the best mindset to write your book, create your title, subtitle, and then how to publish and market your book and become a bestseller. So bookwritingfastpass.com. If you're interested in doing that, she's scrolling through there. There we are. So we're just going to watch the video and comment along the way to give you like that extra little bit of information.
All right, so let's get started. Can you hear it okay?
We are going to talk about
I hear it.
our title and subtitle. So we need to create the perfect title. You only have about 3 or 4 seconds to grab someone's attention because they're searching on Amazon or if they're browsing a bookstore. So you want your cover and your subtitle and title to be perfect. So you want to get the perfect title. So there's 2 important things. We already talked about the title, and now the second is the cover. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a working title. What this means is that you're going to be going through the title, reworking it, trying to get the right title. So if you start with a title, don't think that that's going to be your title. You can work through it. You can make it better. You might want to write down up to 20 or 30 titles to get that done. And remember, you can always change the name of the book. So, even if you get all the way finished, you can always go in on Amazon and take out a word or something if you wanted to change the name.
So pause right there, Jen.
But you definitely want to come up with.
So we just worked with one of our authors today, and we had, 5 or 6 subtitles we were working on along with the title. So the thing that a lot of people don't realize that we have tools to use, but you can kind of do this in a layman way, is using keywords. So I think Jen's going to talk about this a little bit more, but so your title has to tell what it is, but it has to be something someone is searching for. So you may have this great title that's kind of obscure, but you want it to be words that people are actually searching for and do a keyword search. So you might not have the exact software that Jen and I pay thousands of dollars to have to do all these special searches, but you can just do a Google AdWords search and see what some of that words are out there.
Yes. I think we get more into the keywords here in a little bit.
The best title at the beginning so that you can create the right cover as well. So what we want to do is we want to grab someone's attention. So the title is the most important thing. And you really do judge a book by the cover and the title and the subtitle. So you want to hook them immediately because you don't want to maybe miss that person that got away, right? It might be that person who would have bought your book that could have brought you that $10,000 ticket or that $100,000 deal. So you want to make sure your book title and subtitle and your cover will win their attention and have it be appealing to them, appealing to your readers. So we're going to go through a short checklist. It's kind of a process, and it's going to help you, and it's going to just kind of put you into the right mindset. So there's actually a formula, and it's the how-to, and it's going to help your business book to get you high-quality readers. And it's going to help you get the readers that are qualified so that you can grab that lead. Because what we're really trying to do with our book is, like we said, we want to share a message, but we also want to capture the reader's attention, help them in their life, and then we also want to get that reader's information back to us. So the reason why I mention this is there's a formula. It can really work. This formula doesn't really work for like poetry books or fiction. It really works great for business books and business book titles. So that's what we're going to be using. So here we go. Okay, here is an example of the title. Okay, and like I said before, it's for a business type book. So we'll start with the basics, okay? So here's the formula for the title and subtitle. It says, this book is for blank, who's your audience, who has blank, which is your problem, so that you can blank, which is get a benefit, result, or outcome. So let's go ahead and take a look at that on the screen. Okay, so let's look at that in more depth. So we've got, this book is for blank, who's your audience, who have blank, which is the problem, so that you can blank, get benefit, result, or outcome. So write this down, and this is the formula that we're going to use to create your title. So I'll give you a couple seconds to write that down, and then we're going to fill in the blanks. Okay. So now we're going to fill in the blanks. All right, so here is an example. So the title would be Instant Book Titles, and the subtitle would be How to Create Unforgettable Book Titles and Subtitles in Minutes that Attract Highly Qualified Buyers for Your Products and Services. Okay, now let's dissect that. Let me read it one more time. The title is Instant Book Titles, and the subtitle is How to Create Unforgettable Book Titles and Subtitles in Minutes that Attract Highly Qualified Buyers for Your Products and Services. Okay, so let's see. Who is the book for? Can we tell? Well, right, I'll just kind of list off who I think the book would be for. Entrepreneurs, small business owners, authors, experts, speakers, consultants, coaches, executives who want book titles that attract buyers. That's kind of who the book's for, right? And they want to know how to do it in minutes. So that's why we say in minutes. So by saying that attract highly qualified buyers for your products or services, then that's going to tell business people that this book is for them, right? Because they want to buy and read the book because that's what they want. What do they want? They want to attract highly qualified buyers for their products and services, okay? So that disqualifies people who aren't writing business books. So if you're writing a poetry book or a novel, you're not going to be picking up this book to help you learn how to write a title, right?
Pause for a second.
Okay,
So some of you may think, gosh, that's a long subtitle, right? It seemed like there was a lot of words. Didn't you think so, Jen?
Yeah, a lot of words in that subtitle.
Yeah, and some subtitles are a lot shorter than that, but that subtitle had a lot of keywords in it. So don't be afraid of long subtitles. So it just, depends on what your book is. So you may need to get more message. Your subtitle may only be a 5-word sentence, but it may be longer like this. So some people have questions like, how long should my subtitle be? Really, as long as it can fit on the cover and looks good and it's not too wordy, but it gets your message across. What do you think, Jen?
Yes, definitely. You don't want it too wordy, but you also want to make sure you have those long tail keywords, those keywords that are people are going to be typing that into Amazon search.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's continue on.
So if you're doing a memoir too, that wouldn't work. Okay, so think about the first one, which is the problem. So you need to figure out what is the problem that you're going to cure or fix, or what is the problem that you're going to address that you're going to help your clients with or your readers with. Or it might even be something that they would pay you to do, right? So what is the problem? Then number 2 is the benefit or the outcome from reading the book. So when they read the book, then they're going to get something in return. It might not be tangible, it might be tangible, but it will be measurable and it will be easy to understand. And then a big bonus is if your title and subtitle includes keywords, then you're going to have more visibility on Amazon, because Amazon really is just a search engine, and people are going to be searching for your type of book. And when they come up with your book because you use subtitles or keywords in your subtitle, then they're going to find your book and then they're going to buy your book. So think about your top keywords that you would use, maybe even going to your website, or ask your web designer or your SEO consultant what keywords they're using on your website, because some of those might be into your book. Or if you don't have a website yet and you're looking to start your new business or start the new path with your book, then think about those keywords that you would type in Google search or even Amazon search when you're searching for that type of book, or you're searching for that service or product. So
She really knows what she's
the
talking
other
about.
thing that you need to also remember when you're creating a title is you don't want to be cute and clever. Now, I know it's going to be really tempting, but you don't really want to be cute and clever. I mean, you can add a couple words in there, but you don't want it to be confusing. You want the reader to know exactly what they're getting, exactly what they're going to get when they read the book. So, okay, now we're going to
Let's talk about that for a minute. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of books these days, they're using explicit words, using, I call them bad words. They're using words. On the cover to attract, yeah, and some are using asterisks and some aren't. But they're trying to be cute and clever is what they're trying to do. They're trying to attract attention, which is okay, but at the same time, is it needed? Is it necessary? Right? So think about that when you're doing the title. And does it need to be like the cute, fun, or does it need to rhyme? No, not necessarily.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
talk about some key principles. So one thing always to have is to have your domain name be your title or your keyword. So in other words, your title equals your keyword, which also equals your domain name. So in other words, my business before was video marketing, and I do business in Utah. So of course my domain name is videomarketingutah.com. And my book title, my first book that I did was Video Marketing for Professionals, because that's what I wanted my book to be about, is video marketing, how to do video marketing, the top 10 ways to have great video marketing and social media. So anyways, let's see. So let's go ahead and go to this website. If you want to write this down, it's namecheck.com. It's actually CHK, so there's no E. So namecheck.com, write that down, and you can check to see if your book name or book title is being used.
So let's try that. Let's go to that. So namecheck.com. They said no C. Is that what they said? That wasn't it.
No E. Was it no E or no?
We'll just type it in. Name check. Yeah, it's CH. You're right. No E. So here's namecheck.com. They have the no E for some reason.
So put in one of our books, you put Book Writing Bible in it and see what happens.
And they're searching to see if the domain is available.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of like GoDaddy. You can do the same thing.
Yeah, you can do the same thing on GoDaddy.
I thought I was going to check like book names.
But it looks like you can do a lot more things here. Like you can check to see if it's available. And then you can also set up usernames, like see if, check and see if you can get the username on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. I don't see that it really said yes or no. Yeah. Yeah, another way to do it is just go to GoDaddy.
Yeah.
That's an easy way to do it. And just look right at the top. So I'm pretty sure it's taken because we have it. It's taken. Oh, that's because we own that. But that's good to check if you wanted your book name as your URL or your domain name.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, let's go back to the class.
Okay. Sounds good.
So one example I want to tell you about is my friend John Cody. So he wrote the book called Mobilize Your Customers, Create Powerful Word-of-Mouth Advertising Using Social Media, Video and Mobile Marketing to Attract New Customers and Skyrocket Your Profits. And that's a really long subtitle, isn't it? But John Cody has made a big career change and has made a lot of money from a lot of clients because he put this simple, small little phrase in his subtitle that says word-of-mouth advertising. So someone was typing in word-of-mouth advertising on Amazon and they found his book. So let me read his title one more time for you. It's Mobilize Your Customers, Create Powerful Word-of-Mouth Advertising Using Social Media, Video, and Mobile Marketing to Attract New Customers and Skyrocket Your Profits. So just want to kind of go over that again. So because he used the keyword word with advertising, he attracted someone to buy his book. Now, this person who bought the book was in medical tourism. That's where you know, if you're going to get some medical surgery done, you would go somewhere else. So not in your hometown, but you travel, right? So medical tourism. Well, he was invited to speak at the conference in Las Vegas for medical tourism. And at that conference, he spoke about his, you know, how to mobilize your customers, which is what his book is about. And at the end of the presentation, he told everyone that they could get a copy of his book by simply texting their name and email to a phone number, which they did, and they all got a digital copy of the book. And then, of course, he had books in the back of the room that he had for sale. They wanted to buy a physical book. And what happened because of the results of that is he actually landed clients right in there for marketing, right in that room. And also, they invited him back the next year to be the keynote speaker about medical tourism and marketing in medical tourism. Because in that next year, in between that time, he became the professional in medical tourism marketing, right? Because of the different marketing he was doing for his clients. So you just never know what your title and subtitle is gonna bring you. So you want to make sure you have clearly state your promise and put your target market in there. And ideally, you want to identify the problem that you're going to help them solve. Okay? So the title's usually the main hook or the promise. And then ideally, it's one or two, maybe 3 words. And then your subtitle, that's going to explain more of exactly what the book's about. So let's go back really quick to the slide so you can see it again. So it's, this book is for blank, who's your audience, who have blank, which is your problem, so that you can blank get the benefit or result from the outcome. Okay, so that's going to be your main thing there. All right. So another thing you can do, you know, some people will maybe think of putting their company name in their title. That doesn't really work from a marketing perspective. But you can consider, you know, brand for your overall brand, you could put something in there that has to do with your title. So for instance, Melanie and I have Elite Story Starters because our company is Elite Online Publishing. So you can use your company name in there somewhere for branding purposes, but you don't want it as your title only, because if down the road you might change your business name or sell your company, but you still want to keep your book. So remember that names create expectations. Creating anticipation in your prospects about who you will be and how you will serve them in your market can be powerful. So be conscious of what your name is saying and make sure you set up and go over and beyond to fulfill the promise of your book. And remember, you do not get a second chance to make a first impression. So you want to choose a name that's specific and clear, and that will immediately compel your audience to take the next step and find out more and to read your book. So I'm going to do a few little criteria for naming your book. So first one is make your title short and to the point. Mm-hmm. And 2 is make sure your title is clear and easily understood. And that I'm going to add to that instantly. So you don't want them to have to think about it. You know, you want it to be clear and understood. And 3, you want to use the art of description. So you want to paint a picture with words. So use description words. 4 is you want to have your goal, which is to attract attention and create interest. So you want to create interest with the title. And 5, you want to make it easy to remember and easy to say. And the last part is be specific. So your title should offer a clear solution and be aimed tightly focused, highly targeted, and your audience in specific industry or niche. And also be conversational. You always want to be conversational and avoid really big words. So now's the time to brainstorm. Okay, so you might want a fresh piece of paper.
Okay, those really big words. So we've done a lot of different seminars on this and heard a lot about this. Really, you should be writing your book in 5th to 6th grade level, because when you start getting too complicated and too complex, you lose most of your audience. And sad to say, I mean, you could be trying to go after a college educated audience, but people, when they're reading a book, they don't want it too technical. So when you're making your title and subtitle, still think about that 5th, 6th grade level, simple, easy, not too big of words. Okay, so that's a really good point.
Very good.
Paper, and you want to brainstorm. So first think of, what does your name need to, think of what is the promise and what does your title need to accomplish? What's the primary problem that you're trying to solve? And why would someone want to read your book or go through your product? What would your target market type into the Google search, like I said before? And what would they be looking for to help them solve their problem?
Pause it for a second.
So some possible.
So it's almost like when you're doing searching in YouTube for something. It's like, you know, a friend of mine just said he learned how to paint his house all by watching YouTube videos. So you're going to search how to paint my house, right? And it might be for how to paint my house for lame dads or something, you know. But so I think about that for your book. Make it, what is the problem that you're solving, and then what the result and the benefit is. That, you know, how to paint my house, save money, right? Learn a new skill, might be doing something with your son or your spouse. So think about those things. So it's that problem and getting what the benefits of the solution are.
Yes. And I like that, keeping it simple, not using the large words. And how to is a really good start to a title, right? How to do this, how to do that, or part of the subtitle.
Absolutely. Those are one of the best-selling books, the how-to books.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start with that, and you can always tweak it from there, like you say. And when we go on in the video, which we're just going to stop right now, just so you get a taste of it, because then you've got to go back and get the course if you want all of it. So we don't want to give away all our secret sauce, because people pay us a lot of money for this course. So, but it's real important, like data dump, you know, do as many titles as you can and subtitles, and then look at those keywords, and then have people look at them. Give it to other people that are professionals and you respect their opinion, and see what their input is as well to narrow it down.
Another really cool thing is if you have a Facebook group with your audience already in your Facebook group, you can, you know, announce to everyone, hey, I'm writing a book. Which of these 3 titles do you like best? Or do the survey option in Facebook, you know, choose which title you like best and get feedback from your audience. A private Facebook group is best, but it can be, you know, a public one as well.
Yeah. So Jen and I have made over 50 authors #1 best-selling authors, and so we do know what we're talking about. And we have over 1,800 journals, different types of journals and guest books on Amazon. So we've published a lot of books, coming up to 2,000 books pretty soon we're going to have on Amazon. That we're going to celebrate that. So if you're looking to publish, think about your title, your subtitle. It's very important. The other real important thing that we talk about in the class is your cover. You need to have it professionally done. Please don't do it yourself, because even if you're artistic, it's different than if you're artistic and doing a book cover is just a different thing. So we go over all of that in the Book Writing Fast Pass. You can look it up at bookWritingFastPass.com. Or if you're not a do-it-yourself kind of person, then we work with clients all the time, one-on-one on a personal basis. We're really good at working with very busy professional entrepreneurs, and we meet them and make the book work for them and make it happen in a short period of time. So you can find us at EliteOnlinePublishing.com to work with you one-on-one if you'd like to get your book done. So it was great to see you here today, and I hope you learned a lot about how to create a title and a subtitle.
Yeah, we'll look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great day.